BetOnline is your number one source for all your summer sports this season, from MLB, golf, NBA, and NHL playoff stats. All the latest stats, news, and scores are available to you to follow your favorite teams. So get the latest odds and lines, including the latest team matchups, player props, and odds of just about every sport out there. Head to the website today or use your mobile device to get in the action. BetOnline, where the game starts. With AEW, okay, this is from Matt Miller. When AEW started 5 years ago, Kenny Omega really wasn't getting over. To ask you guys why. Your answer was that doing weekly TV is a lot different than doing a huge match every few weeks or month in Japan. You have to do promos, vignettes, etc., not just high spot matches. My question is, do you think the same concept would apply to Will Ospreay and Okada? Neither guy has really moved the needle for AEW. Thanks, guys. That's from Matt Miller from Ensburg, Pennsylvania. But yeah, that hasn't changed. That philosophy has never changed. You guys got to be able to cut promos if you're going to make people interested in you. And a lot of these guys are just, Ospreay's promos, he speaks well, but he doesn't really say much. I want to beat you. I beat you. I wrestled you 4 years ago and seven. Like when he called out the guy from Shibata for a match he had 7 years ago. Right. Like who gives a? I don't care if the promo was good. But like that type of verbiage, like I'm not interested in that. You know what I'm saying? So
he can cut a good promo because I've heard him, but lately he hasn't. You're right. And but the problem with Okada and him, because they're stars, bro, but they're not booked correctly. They're just booked to have good matches. That's not enough.
Right.
You have to have an emotional investment. Even like when he was bleeding, I thought he didn't do it right. I thought the second time when they recorded him close up, that was better. But he should have gotten up. He should have, shown the blood dripping down his face, trying to hold on to a rope and maybe staggering, sell it. If you're going to do it, sell it. But Okada's a star to me, and so is Ospreay, but they're not booked right.
Like, let me give you a perfect example of guys today versus like the tools of the guys that we had growing up. I still say WrestleMania 13, Austin versus Brett is still the best wrestling match I've ever seen. Okay, and the reason it's the best wrestling match I've ever seen is because it looked like a good fight. They didn't do a whole hell of a lot of stuff, but the concept was when the match started, you had a guy kind of emerging as a babyface, but he was still a heel against another babyface, and you did a double turn in the match, which is difficult. Like ask anybody, and the way Austin sold at the end, where he's bleeding, he knew the camera was right in front of him, he's showing agony with the blood running down his face, and he passes out. Bro, I would not have a lot of confidence in a lot of wrestlers if you gave them that exact same spot to produce like a 5-star level finish, like the type of match that they did with the selling and everything. It just took like guys these days don't really dig into selling as much as an art as important as it should be. Like they just kind of take a devastating move. Yeah, they take a devastating move and they lie there like they're dead unconscious, and the guy picks them up and
what's funny is all the older guys do, and you would think they learn from them.
Right.
All the older guys know that the more you sell, the more sympathy you get.
Right, and the problem with the generation today is
they want to get right back up and do something else
because you have more moves to the match,
right?
So you don't have time for the selling. You know what I'm saying? So which is but what else was going to say? There's another thing too. That show that did 672,000 people a couple weeks ago, right? I saw Dave's star ratings for the matches on that show. Okay. Bro, every match on that Dynamite, Dave had rated 4 stars or higher.
Yeah.
And I'm like, really? Like, the show did, people were turning. And if you look at the show, the chart of the show just goes it's like a downward slope. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's dude, you really thought the wrestling was that good? Because, the numbers don't add up to your rating of the matches. Because if these matches were all 4-star matches, why were people turning off the show in large numbers while the matches were going on?
When was this?
2 weeks ago. The 672,000. He hit them all. He rated that match where Eddie Kingston broke his leg like 4.25 stars. And just some of the highlights I saw from it, they looked like two indie guys that don't know how to sell and stuff. It was ridiculous looking. So I don't know. Dave thinks the wrestling today is way better than it is. And that theory is kind of like infected the audience, and they think that this wrestling is really good, but like people don't give a. It's about really great wrestling, or supposedly.
Well, there is a niche crowd that does.
That's really, it is a niche crowd, okay? And like, but the thing is, all they care about is, did the guys give me interest in the match, and was the match decent? Like, if the match is a stinker.
Here's a realization that I've come to. The niche is big enough that there's 5 hours on TV. They sell a ton of merchandise. They just, how did they do in Las Vegas? Did they do a good crowd or no?
I think there were 4,000 less from when they did it last year.
Okay, that's not
like,
good.
No, right. They did like 8,000 people, but it's like almost like there's it's built from 12 to 13. So
and they got 5 hours on TV, and they're still on TV, bro. They got a big TV deal. So I mean, there's enough people to support that type of wrestling.
Right.
Yo, what's up? I just want to thank you guys for watching this clip. Don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and join our YouTube membership for hours and hours of exclusive, unedited, uncensored content. And being a member will help you get involved in our upcoming live streams. Thank you for your support. Thank you for riding with us. I know you got a lot of other podcast choices, be it wrestling or other ones. And thank you for picking us. Boom.